It's official. What we went to the House floor was the formal declaration of the vote, and that vote results in Jim Jordan losing his second effort to convince his fellow Republicans to elect him Speaker of the House. The House still without a speaker. Those people around there at the moment are pointless. They can't, as far as the public's business is concerned, because they can't do any of the public's business on that floor until there's a Speaker of the House.
And there's a rinse and repeat. He lost yesterday. He lost even worse today. So now the question is, at any moment, they can say, okay, we're going to go for another round of voting. They may recess, may huddle behind closed doors. Who knows what could be next? But we thought there could have been a vote yesterday right after the end of the first vote. It didn't happen until today. So who knows how long this can linger?
It did seem like going after another vote yesterday might have been the better choice, but he also might have been hoping that Sean Hannity and his other allies in that side of the media
what to do, right?
Could, bring the hammer down. Didn't work. Let's go to Jay O'Brien on Capitol Hill. Jay, what's next?
Yeah, so that's what we're trying to figure out right now, guys. The sense that we get from Republicans that we've talked to is that they're being told there's a strong likelihood that they're going to go into what's called a conference meeting. It's essentially a meeting of all House Republicans, the group of House Republicans up here in the House called the House Republican Conference. And so they'll get behind closed doors, as they have so often in this process, and try to, it appears, hammer out their differences. But one thing worth noting about these conference meetings is that Rachel and I and our various members of the ABC News Capitol Hill team have been to conference meetings about who the next speaker should be for what feels like ages now, one every few days. And every time there has been one of these conference meetings, Republicans have emerged from behind those closed doors with deeper divisions in some cases than when they went behind those closed doors. In a conference meeting is when Steve Scalise was first nominated, and then it was in a conference meeting not long after that he dropped out, and then it was in a conference meeting that Jim Jordan was nominated. Then they had a conference meeting at the beginning of this week to try to get all the holdout votes back in the boat and support Jim Jordan. And you see what the result of that was. 20 Republicans voting against Jim Jordan yesterday, 22 of them voting against Jim Jordan today. He was able to flip a handful. He was able to flip, for instance, Victoria Spartz, who Rachel just talked to earlier, and LaMalfa, another one who flipped for Jim Jordan yesterday. But there were other Republicans who did not go Jim Jordan's way, and in fact voted for Jim Jordan yesterday and voted against him today, and voted for people like Byron Donalds and lawmakers of that nature. So there are still deep divisions in the House Republican Conference. And to your question, Terry, what Congresswoman Comstock mentioned earlier, there are a lot of these Republicans who just have personal disagreements, and in some cases personal grievances with Jim Jordan, and how you whip those votes of people who have said they just don't like you or they have a gripe against you that dates back years. That's going to be a tall order for Jim Jordan if and when lawmakers meet behind closed doors, which they are expected to really any moment from now.
Clearly there's a trust factor, and it's proving to impact the voting as well. We'll see if another round of voting picks up today. We're tracking it with you, Jay.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.